Big time. These guys continue to fight in a way that I hope makes our city proud, makes me incredibly proud. In one of the timeouts, I told them, like, win or lose right now, understand, like, what you're doing is bigger than any game. And I think that they believe it in a way that is hard in this league because wins are so hard. That is one heck of a team. Spo is about as good as it gets as a coach, and those guys, our guys down at 8:07, down 17, and they closed 24-7. Like, that type of fight is incredible. I'm super proud of them.
Hey, Doug. Tyler Texera here with iHeartRadio. Everyone loves the energy you're bringing to this team. Have you been able to get any sleep since becoming head coach of this team?
Not much, Tyler. I mean, it's been a whirlwind, and it comes with the job. I understand that. I try to get some when I can, but it's a responsibility too. Is like these are my guys. I'm gonna fight for them, and if that means that you get less sleep, then you get less sleep. And because they're obviously, you can see they're willing to do whatever I'm asking them to do. So I got their back on the other side.
Doug, we could probably go down the list of just the different big winning plays that a bunch of guys made tonight. Keon Ellis seemed to make a couple handfuls of them. Just what have you seen from him and how he's embraced that responsibility, especially in these last two games with Fox being out?
Keon is a special player. He has a lot of things that you don't teach. It's timing, it's being slithery through screens, it's the timely shots, it's the willingness to do what I'm asking him to do, which I know is exhausting. And when he's 5 feet away from me squatting down and I'm talking to him and he doesn't respond, I know that he's emptied the tank. And that is what everything is all about. So hats off to him. He's big time.
Coach, speaking of hats, is that hat undefeated when you wear it?
Oh, is it? Yeah, it might be. Yeah. I just sometimes I haven't shaved and different stuff, but I'm just a hat guy. I enjoy all my hats, so that's really it. It's not anything special. So yeah.
When you think about these two wins and the fight that you showed tonight, especially after digging yourself out of a hole again, do you feel like these are kind of two banner moments for your team this far in the season?
Yeah. Going to Golden State and asking them to do something a little different and be aggressive, and the aggressive nature that was asked of them, and then for them to do it. And then today, I wrote the word more up there to, like, we have more to give, we have more to accomplish. You individually have more in the tank. And that is what we're here to do. And I'll be damned if they went past more. They went to most, because 2 OTs and being down and, like I said, fighting not just against a team. That's a team, and that is one hell of a coach. So they battled, and to my guys, like, much respect. I love them for that.
Doug, don't worry. I'm not going to ask you about what you're going to do to prepare for Boston again. But
all good.
Just having the 3 days off in between now and that, especially after a double overtime game, what does that mean, and how does that? What type of advantage is that for your preparation?
First of all, Boston they're the champs, and it doesn't get any better when you watch their execution, how they go about their business. So, yeah, it's going to be sleepless nights trying to figure out something for them. But right now we are in the testing phase of our identity, and trying to establish an identity in this league is difficult because the league is so great. But at the same time, there's no better place than to walk into the Garden and try to figure it out. Whatever happens. That's not the point. The point is, what do we learn from our experiences when we go there? And then having the ability to take those experiences, learn from them, and then apply them going forward. Yeah.
Doug,
a little over a week ago, you guys are 6 games under 500. Now you've won 5 straight. You've almost climbed out of that hole.
Yeah.
So how surprised are you that it's happening this quickly and that they're listening and falling in line like this?
You know, there is some of that, James, but at the same time, like, I believe in them. I just need them to believe in themselves. And I think that's what we begin to see is, you know, one goes into the next. And I'm not talking about wins. I'm talking about plays, like 24 seconds of belief in yourself that we can do this. And then on the other end, be free. Like, I trust you. So it's not about running plays. It's about learning how to play. And I think that they continue on doing that. And that's trusting 2 people, maybe, with a ball, and there's a pick and roll, there's a zoom action. And those 2 people are going to make the right decision for our group. And that's where you build the trust on that end of the floor. On the other end of the floor, again, 2 people have the ball. We need to not get blown by, keep them in front. And then on the backside, we're trusting that you guys are going to fly around and figure it out, because there really is, you don't know what a team's going to do. Is he going to cut the corner and go and fall to the corner after he cuts? Is he going to pin in? You don't know. But the one thing that these guys are doing, they're giving complete effort on the backside. Even if he's open, run at him and contest. Live to fight another day. Let's not argue with each other. Let's just go to the other end, do what we do, and come back and get at it.
Doug, straight from a losing streak into this 5-game streak, just how much do you see, or how much have you experienced going on a run like this, being able to help with that belief and playing free, and how much it just helps the behind the scenes of the guys?
You know, it does, but I don't really want to put everything on winning. Like, if we didn't win, are we going to still get the same lessons? Like, the joy is obviously there, but there has to be the ability to take from a negative, however you look at that word, situation, and find that pithy bit of positivity, because it's there. But can you see it? And once you see it, can you build upon it? And that's what they're doing. They're building upon their experiences, good or bad. And because it's not always going to be good. We're going to go bumps and different things, but do we fall apart or do we stay tight? And right now, they're staying tight, and it's beautiful to watch.
Doug, did you just say pithy bit of positivity?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. It comes from a book, The Way of the Wizard. If you know the book, by Deepak Chopra, and in the ashes of disaster, can you find that pithy bit of it?
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Your team's down 17 early in the 4th quarter. What do you on the second night of a back-to-back? What are you saying to them at that stage?
I just kept telling them to believe, like, you can do this. You got to believe you can do it. You need to get stops. You need to fly around. You need to have each other's back. And then you just need to build upon that. Like, don't worry. Like, we're learning at the same time. And that's really what it's all about. Like, if you go through that and don't get nothing, then we got a problem. But they just kept believing in each other. And they tell me at the same time, we got you. So when they tell me that, I'm like, cool, we down 17, but I believe in you too. And to watch them continue to execute, continue to fight is everything for me. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate y'all. Yep.